Captain, accessing the archive will cause transmission of the signal from this unit to the other device. Do you wish me to continue?
Yes, Spock. That information could be critical to the Federation. Let's hold off until we get a little more information. Yes, Spock. That information could be critical to the Federation.
I have the data, Captain. The archive is now empty and has sent its signal.
I'm not happy about this, Jim. I think we're dooming the Balcosi to eternal strife, not to mention what it's doing to us.
Spock may have had it right. This might have been the plan all along. Someone obviously set all this up. Would they possibly put the Balcosi in a position to be negatively affected?
Captain, the energy field has dropped enough for us to communicate with the Enterprise.
Kirk to Enterprise. Scotty, are you there?
Captain Kirk, good to hear your voice.
And yours, Scotty. 3 to beam up. Chekhov, set phasers on widest possible setting. We need to sterilize the atmosphere near that complex. We must wipe out that bacteria.
Aye, Captain.
Captain, as we surmised on the planet, there are more bacteria-producing locations. Sensors indicate several similar geysers of material being ejected into the atmosphere from various locations on the planet. My calculations are that we cannot destroy enough of the bacteria to stop it from invading the ecosystem. Captain, the Balcosi will be permanently subjected to the pheromone.
Jim, I've gone over the report. You have doomed the Balcosi to violent behavior and cut their food supply to boot. Jim, with all your years of service, you should know that no information, no matter how revolutionary, is worth condemning an entire civilization. Maybe you and your crew have been together a bit too long. I expect better things from you, Captain. You are hereby ordered to return to Starbase 42 for re-evaluation of your fitness for command. Mr. Spock, you are now in command, until you receive further orders.
Load a previously saved game.
This generator may be providing power for more than just this complex. It is broadcasting power, which is causing the interference in communications with the Enterprise. I cannot tell for certain if there are receiving units for this power, because some of the readout circuits are damaged. Fascinating.
What is fascinating this time, Spock? I doubt it's fascinating to either Bones or myself, but I'm sure that won't stop you from telling us. What is fascinating? I doubt it's fascinating.
You tell him, Jim. I'm getting sick of this alien smarter-than-thou attitude.
If either of you had an ounce of logic, you would be more prepared to listen to my information, and possibly even understand it.
Bordering on insubordination, aren't we, Mr. Spock?
I always knew that no emotion garbage was just a cover. He thinks he should be in charge.
Mr. Spock, I'll have those findings from you right now.
Captain, it appears the circuit was deliberately damaged. This would only be possible if the force field were down. Who would damage their own machinery? And for what purpose?
More and more curious, Mr. Spock.
Also, Captain, I am able to determine that if power is interrupted rather than shut down from this console, it will send a signal to that effect. The signal will trigger some other event. I do not know what the event will be. The generator readout needs repair before I will be able to obtain more information or operate the console.
An interface cable. A bridge unit for use between function control and display circuitry.
The readout is now fully functional. There are other locations on this planet receiving power from this generator. Most peculiar. The locations of these units are not in the database.
And you think they should be?
It would be logical, Captain. But removing the circuit that controls the on and off functions of this device would also be illogical.
Are you trying to tell me that's what happened here?
Exactly, Captain. Until that repair is made, it would be impossible to execute a proper shutdown procedure. repair is complete, Captain. It would now be possible to safely shut this machine down. However, doing so would certainly affect all the other equipment in this complex. Captain, do you wish me to start the shutdown sequence on the generator?
Let's hold off on that for now, Spock. Shut it down, Spock. Let's hold off. Shut it down, Spock.
Well, that ends that threat. Balcosi can rest peacefully tonight and from now on.
It is still a trying time in their development, Doctor.
Think of it as an adventure, Spock. Scotty, 3 to beam up.
Captain, the power source has completed its shutdown cycle. There is no trace of the bacteria or pheromone in the atmosphere. It would appear the Balcosi are free to choose their own future.
Good to hear, Spock. I know losing a find like that archive has to hurt.
That would be an emotional response.
Of course it would. How silly of me.
Captain, there are 2 signals being broadcast from the planet. The first is another burst following the same path as the original broadcast. The other signal emanates from nearby the first. It's aimed at us, Captain. Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Interesting report, Jim. I think you were right to release the Balcosi from outside influence. Too bad you couldn't retrieve the archive. No one at Starfleet has any idea who was behind all this, or what the testing message was all about. Keep us informed as you find out more. I've got confidence in you, Jim.
I've reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain, and have a few comments. I am very pleased with your performance. It was a perfect mission, Jim. Your reputation as Starfleet's best starship captain is secure. Kane out.